There we go.
Get him, Mike.
That's a push bite.
It looks like every fish is coming from that direction. I might have to cast in that direction. There you go. Let me see if I can get his mama. Now that was, his belly's all got red spots on it like he was laying on the bottom.
You talking about mama?
No, I'm talking about the fish, Mike.
Yep. Laying on the bottom. Ooh, man, I ripped him.
Talk about ripping lips.
I ripped him. So it's an LSU fish, purple and gold.
There you go.
See that? You call it a push bite, you're reeling, and all of a sudden it gets lighter. You hit it from behind and pushed it towards me.
Coming towards you.
I got luck, you know. Barely got him because he come off in the boat.
Thank God. Get him, Captain Mike.
Here's something I look at when I'm catching fish in cold weather. See how he comes up and shakes his head? He's not cold. If that water was really cold, he would just kind of wallow on the surface. And that would be an indication the fish a little slower.
Because fish are cold-blooded.
Yep.
What's the...
slow him down.
The blue bass to slow you down? Something new for me. Nice. Oh, look at that. You caught another one.
Oh, those guys are trolling. Very common in Lake Pontchartrain. They'll troll with lead core line where they can get their lures down and troll the bridge. Sometimes they're up current, down current. Sometimes close to the bridge, sometimes further out. Sometimes they're more effective than we are. And we said that earlier today. Sometimes they catch better than we do. It seems like in this slower moving water, they're certainly doing better than we are.
Our buddy Chris Macaluso, also known as C-Mac, just called, said he'll be at the landing in about 15 minutes. He'd like to join us. So C-Mac will grab a Big Mac and we'll be right back. $4.95 is the first with you. We just come back to the landing to pick up Chris Macaluso, and I met Kyle. He's already got his limit and heading in, so he's sharing his secret of what he caught the fish on. What you caught him on, Kyle?
I'll be catching them on voodoo shrimp with a pink tail on a cork about 4 feet. That's the best way to do it right now. They're real picky.
And I'm a voodoo shrimp fan. They limited out. Look, you can't even hardly tell that this bait's been used. They're so durable. Well, I'll get you some voodoo shrimp. Kyle, thanks for that information. That's just so happens to be where Captain Mike Gallo was fishing yesterday. So we went out to check out the trussels. Wanted to have some bridge in the background, but now we're gonna go where the fish are. Thanks a lot, Kyle. Get him, fish on. Fish on. Head shaker. Captain Mike Gallo. On a wedge tail.
Yeah, Cajun pepper, huh?
Cajun pepper.
It's not going to be his first encounter with Cajun pepper, is it?
No, we put a little they got a little Cajun pepper in that Tony Sassery's seasoned fish fry.
Yep, I don't think it'll be his only encounter with Cajun pepper.
Well, we went to the landing and picked up Chris, as you saw, and you met Kyle, my new little buddy who watches the show, and they limited out right over here, and we were just in idling distance from the landing, right here in the marsh. So we're gonna fish here a while, and then maybe go back to the bridges and try to catch some big ones. I'm gonna leave that open so we catch in so many. Can you do it without stepping back?
I'm good.
All right, I wanna make sure.
That's a long step.
How you doing?
Little guy. Little.
Yeah.
That's a sandbar bear
one
fish
too.
right there. That's the kind sandbar bear catches.
I got one too.
Ah, we must be in Sam's spot. Oh, he might not be a keeper.
Is that Mike? What were you saying about most of yours being keepers?
He's a keeper.
You bouncing off? Yeah, because he's white.
Well,
oh,
he's
you
a
throw him
keeper.
away though. He's still little.
He's a keeper. Now this, let me show you how to do this. Watch this. Chris, you're in my spot, man. You gotta move. You gotta go. You gotta go, man. We'll get you something. You in my spot. Go on now, go on. You in my spot, go on. It's my spot.
You can come up here with me, Macaluso.
Yeah. Look at there.
You want me to get the net? I don't think so, Chris. Well, we're catching a lot of fish in this marsh, but they're small, so we may have to go back to the bridge. You think? Yeah.
We may want to go back to the
find
bridge.
out. I think so. Oh yeah, he's 12.
Fish on it?
I'll check him out.
I hooked myself. You ever get the line, the loop around the hook,
13.
Chris? And it's got a little resistance on the way back, so you think it's a fish?
Are they showing fish all under the boat?
Oh yeah, the screens.
I don't think that was a keeper, Chris.
A lot of stuff on the screen.
You go right ahead. I don't want to bet. That little silver line is 12.
I was looking at that.
He's 12?
Fish on.
Mike's got one. On! Oh, fish, fish, fish. Oh, I was surprised. I'm not used to this, oh, and it's a redfish. I'm not used to fishing in 14 feet of water with a 20 knot current like Chris is saying. So
20 knot current.
I was all excited. Thanks, little buddy. Kind of pale. Still a redfish.
Boy, it's not slack in the line, Tony.
Oh,
Nice little fish.
yeah.
Nice little fish. There we go. Pretty. Now,
Yeah.
Tony, this is a good average size fish here at Lake Pontchartrain. Usually they get a little bit bigger than this. This is a solid
Oh, yeah.
15-inch fish.
And then we're in the marsh. We're not even in the lake. Now, see, that's a wedge tail that I've never seen before.
That's a salt and pepper.
Chartreuse?
Chartreuse. Chartreuse pepper, I think they call it.
Chartreuse pepper.
Yeah.
Huh? See, it works.
I thought it looked like a good-looking color in the pack, but you know, we're getting here. We're right before a big cold front. We're right on the edge of wintertime, Tony. You know what that means across the state. In Lake Pontchartrain, that usually means we fish for 3/8 or half-ounce jig heads, and we're looking for these deep holes. Right now, we're in an area where we're on about a 10-foot ledge. It drops off to about 20 or 25 feet in a spot on the edge of Lake Pontchartrain. And when it's warm like this, those fish will be up on the ledges. But when it gets cold,
They
they're
go
gonna
deep.
down in that hole. And believe it or not, you know, in the Lake Pontchartrain area, we catch fish during the wintertime in 25, 30 feet of water. More fresh water came into this lake this year than any other time I've ever seen. I've been fishing this lake almost 2 decades now. And we had the Bonnie Carey Spillway open up in January. We had 2 major flooding events come through and dump a lot of fresh water into this area. And there was a real concern that maybe that might affect the speckled trout fishing this fall. But it has been absolutely outstanding. People are catching speckled trout all over the Lake Pontchartrain Basin. Early in the fall and late summer, they were catching speckled trout in freshwater grass beds. There is freshwater grass all throughout this basin now. It's holding an enormous amount of shrimp, menhaden, mullet, crabs. You can work the rims of this lake, the edges of this lake, the bayous and the marshes, and you're gonna catch bass, redfish, speckled trout, and they're all gonna be in the grass. Since we've moved on into the fall, a lot of the bait has come out of the grass, come out of the marsh and out of the bayous, and is out here in the lake. And I would say since about the last week of October, when the weather is right, the fishing in this lake has been as good as anywhere in the country. It has been absolutely off the charts. There are guys coming out here catching limits of speckled trout. There's redfish under the birds. They're all out here eating shrimp, mullet, bogies, whatever they want to eat. And there's really not that much salt in this water.
Fish on.
Oh, he's
That's
on the
a
other
keeper.
side of the boat.
That's a decent one.
They're getting bigger.
Yeah, yep. Nice.
Tony, those fish have been eating good, man. That fish looks like he's on the C-Mac diet.
Yeah, we got a pretty good little school of fish in the live well.
Yeah.
So Chris, there are benefits of the fresh water moving in.
A lot. I mean, you know, number one, you get a lot of nutrients in here. It kickstarts your bait. But number two, the grass. I mean, the grass is full of bait, full of shrimp, and it also helps filter the water out. It takes some of the nutrients out, and it makes the water cleaner. You know, you get better water quality, you get more dissolved oxygen, and it's good habitat for young speckled trout, for the bait that they feed on.
Absolutely.
It just restarts the whole ecosystem.
Place for the bait to hide, hang out.
You'll come in here, Tony, and you'll see speckled trout blowing fish out the grass, blowing shrimp out the grass, just like looking at largemouth bass and stuff. It's incredible.
I think our time's up for today. Chris, it's always a blast hanging out and fishing with you.
Absolutely,
Thank
my
you
friend.
for introducing me to Captain Mike. Captain Mike, I had a blast. This is our first time fishing together, but it won't be our last. If folks want to book a trip or find out more about you, tell them how to get in touch with you.
Easy to find me. I'm Captain Mike Gallo with Angling Adventures of Louisiana. You can find me at aaofla.com, or my office line is 985-781-7811. I enjoyed it.
Give him a call, you won't forget it. As always, we've got to give a special thanks to our military, both our active troops and our veterans. We love you and appreciate all you do for us. So until next time, keep on casting.
All the fish today were caught on egret baits. The glowing chartreuse, the Cajun pepper, and one I had never seen before that Chris Macaluso brought along, the chartreuse pepper. Go and get you some, you won't be disappointed.